We're clearly talking numbers and projections. Mood on ground and PM Modi directly on the ticket is another different factor. Shehzad Poonawalla, national spokesperson of the BJP with us. Sanjay Jha, political analyst with us. Abhishek Banerjee, author and columnist. Sanjeev Srivastava, senior journalist. And Advait Akala, author. All with us this evening. Namaste and Jai Hind to everybody. Good to have you all. Thank you very, very much. There are various aspects of the conversation and we'll dive into all of these aspects. But pure play on numbers. And Sanjay Jha, I would like to start with you, and you would understand where I'm coming from when we look at these numbers. When there is a seat to conversion ability and electoral machinery and the momentum that is built in favor of the BJP, don't you think the task has only become harder for the opposition to make inroads? They are sitting with an advantage and staring themselves, at a course of 325. From here, it is the BJP's, task to undo themselves. But you see the kind of advantage they have right now against the opposition. And doesn't that make the job of the alliance only tougher?
Anand, I couldn't disagree with you at all. There is absolutely no denying that following the results that were declared yesterday, the BJP has every reason to believe that it is not just right ahead at the moment in pole position, but it is probably in a position to even convert that into a huge electoral windfall. Having said that, I will not conflate the assembly election results with the Lok Sabha elections. And I think, all the other panelists will probably agree with me, not just looking at 2018 where the Congress won all these state elections and the Lok Sabha elections were a complete different proposition altogether. It's happened even in 2004. And I think we all know that the Narendra Modi factor will be also a crucial advantage for the BJP going forward. However, a word of caution here, that end of the day, the issues that the India Alliance believes are fundamental to the India's democracy or India's future, which is probably the joblessness, the distress for the rural sector, the farmer woes, the troubles for the MSME sector, the issue of Adani, authoritarian leadership. All these factors haven't gone. The rising communal temperature hasn't really receded. So I think the fundamental issues that we have contested the Modi government on remain unchanged. In fact, I believe that with this win, I expect the BJP's hubris to rise. And probably, at the end of the day, in the next couple of months, you will find manifestations of that arrogance. I think the one point that I would like to maintain, and I've been in touch with many of the leaders of the opposition, this might actually also work the other way, which is that the India Alliance actually gets its act together and goes out and really campaigns passionately and vigorously across the country. And I'm telling you, while seat sharing may not really happen in terms of, everyone having just one candidate, there may be some overlaps here and there. And we are not going to deny that there are certain practical challenges, because at the ground level, we have also been each other's opponents, particularly the Congress. Having put all these facts on the table, let me tell you this. I have a great respect for the Indian voter. I do believe that the Indian voter is smart and intelligent. I'm not getting into the dynamics here of why BJP won 3 and Congress should celebrate Telangana. Yes, BJP must celebrate the 3 states and the Congress should feel proud of having won Telangana. But I believe the Indian dynamic is extremely complex and complicated. And if the India team gets its act together, if the Congress party demonstrates, Anand, and I'll wrap up here, if the Congress party demonstrates a larger spirit of accommodation, I will still put my neck out and say 2024 is up in the air, but advantage to the BJP as of today.
Right. You've made some points. There will be differing views on this, and we'll try and steer clear of just rhetoric and just stay with what the facts are and why in some places your arguments fails to find merit or purchase, Sanjay Jha. There's a case that we'd like to make here before we bring in our other guests. But let me just bring in Abhishek Banerjee and then ask him, Abhishek, would you agree, disagree with Sanjay Jha? And then we'll talk about the Congress factors and whether truly the Congress can claim what Sanjay Jha is currently saying. Yes, Abhishek.
Yeah, Anand, so I would actually partially agree with one of the points of Sanjay Jha, but I will first make some general remarks for the Congress, and not just the Congress, the entire Congress ecosystem. First thing is, stop insulting the Prime Minister, calling him Panauti, Modi and all, because he's much more popular than you are. Insulting him is just going to make people angry. Number two, Stop insulting BJP voters, calling them illiterate, backward, regressive, WhatsApp university. This is not working. Number three, try to remove your anti-Hindu image. Try to put some distance between the Congress and people who say that, Sanatan Dharma is dengue and malaria. Number four, please stand, or at least seem to be standing 100% with the country. Because we saw some random allegations being made by Canada and US in recent months. And I did not feel that the liberal ecosystem was backing the country 100%. Now, to the part that I said that, I would partially agree with Sanjay Jha. What would I say to the BJP and its ecosystem? Is that despite this big victory, please be humble, very, very humble. Because after 10 years, there's bound to be anti-incumbency. And right now, and in this round of elections, I feel that humility was the superpower of the BJP. The Congress got carried away. They were listening far too much to random, frustrated YouTubers. I'll take their names. Ravish Kumar, Ajit Anjum, Pragya Mishra, and all these nonsensical characters. The Congress and the liberal ecosystem were listening way too much to these frustrated people, and they thought that their anger and the interactions they were getting by saying random stuff about the Prime Minister is the public mood. And that is one of the reasons that made the Congress really underperform in these elections.
Well, as peers or my colleagues or somewhere with part of the journalistic fraternity, I would not, underline any of these personal comments that you have made against some of these people. Whether I agree with them, disagree with them is aside. That's as a principled position. One would not want to take any jibes at anybody from the journalistic fraternity. But Abhishek Banerjee, your point well noted, and that's your point of view. That's the only thing that I'd like to qualify before bringing in